So I think this is a pretty hard puzzle. Like even if given everything we know before, this is still going to be pretty hard. So just like how we solved the 5-layer Skewb, and by breaking it down into the 5-layer Pyraminx, we solved the 7-layer Skewb by breaking it down into the 7-layer Pyraminx. Although this is going to be hard because you see, whereas all of these are just green, 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 right? This one can go in one of three places. These edges can only go in one of three places relative to the center corner. So that means we have to be pretty careful. We have to be very careful. And so actually getting the centers done is going to be the part that takes the longest. But right now, let's not worry about that, and let's just get started. So what I want to do, I want to solve two opposite corners, because it's like having these two opposite faces solved, and then I will solve these two as well, and these last two will actually take the longest. So let's start. So there's the white, green, and white, green, and red. I want white, blue, and orange. Yeah, it's over here. And by the way, like, this is incredibly hard because one of these twists, like down the exact middle, literally affects half the puzzle, which means that you have a higher probability of just messing something up, right? Or if you have no idea what you're doing, it's pretty hard to come up with a commutator that affects very little. And so, actually, before we get started, one of the commutators that's really going to be super effective is one that rotates a center. So it'll look like this, which is down, down, up, up over here. I do it again over here. I do it again over here. And then I do it a third time, or a fourth time, back at our original spot. Oops. Yeah, pieces like to come apart. And what that does, it just rotates two centers. So if I started here, it would have rotated the opposite, the one opposite from me and the one on top. All right, back to this. So I want to have this red as well. So actually we're going to do white, red, and blue. Memorial Day again. So I need a red and blue edge here. There it is. And I'd also like a blue center to go along with it. So if I rotate this, now those are paired up, and I can fit that in, although I need a smaller red piece to go in here. That'll do. So if I rotate this, bring it over here, now those are lined up. And yep, now those are good. Now I need another red and blue. There it is. And I would like more blue pieces over here. So actually we have that, we just need one more blue piece. Cool, so all of that's in there, and now we just have these last two layers to do for this one. So I want to get a white piece in here. I would look for these, but this belongs to this corner. You'll never find this being over here somehow. It'll only be on the opposite corners like this that'll make up the octahedron. So I'm focusing on the ones that make these for the octahedron, not these. There's two octahedrons that you can inscribe in a cube. So actually we have that, and we need white and red. There it is. And we also have a red one here, but we need a blue one over here. And it's right there. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong blue one. This blue could actually... Yeah, I was looking at the one up here instead of down here. Nice. Let me fix my chair really quick. Alright, cool. I should probably move the mic a bit closer so now you guys can hear me a bit better. So I need white, blue, and red, white. There's one of the red, white ones. And I need to fill it in with these other white ones. Alright, now those are good. Now, let's see if I can try to fill it with white ones up here. So there's one. Rotate this, so now this one can accept one, and there's another. Now I can move these all down here, and that's one of our faces solved. So it'd be like the rest of the cube being scrambled, but we have this all green or all yellow or all red or something. In 6 minutes we did the first center. Now let's do the other one. And so we got to be careful not to mess this one up, so I'll keep it on the bottom, and now we'll solve this one. So that was easy. Now I need white, orange. It's over here, and I want to attach an orange over here to it. So I saw an orange over there, so I'll bring it up. All right, that's good. Try to get these in, so we have white, green. Actually, let's just do the rest of this side. So I have this white, orange, and I need 2 orange things to attach to it. So that's good. I got lucky there. Yeah, those were already together. This cube isn't very creative on where other pieces can be, so sometimes you'll just find big chunks of solved areas. So, but yeah, that's cool. Now I want to do this layer, so I need white and green and orange and green. So there's the orange, green, and I want to attach other green ones to it. And I want the white, green over here, and I see it over there, so I'll move it over. Got that. And I need to attach a white one over here and a green one, or an orange one over here. So there's a white one, so I'll move it over and move it back. Now I can attach that, move this, and then undo that first move. And the orange is in that place. As I said before, this cube is not super creative about where things could be. Wow, that's already done for us. Like, so we have those two, and I can attach it to this green over here. All right. Now I have this green, and then this green and white. So there's a green. Actually, I'd like the green and white as well. So this one would like to go over there. So now I have this in place, so I can move this, move the green into its space if this doesn't want to explode on me. Yeah, that's another difficulty of this puzzle, is trying to, you know, keep it together. Don't let it fall apart on you all of a sudden. It's kind of a metaphor for life, really. I just farted. All right, we got this one. And now this is where it gets hard because I have to do these two. Give me 1 second. I'm being called. All right, I'm back. Where were we? So we just did those two. Now, unfortunately, we cannot just, build this up regularly or build up the other two corners. Instead, we just have to build up these edges and then try to find a way to shimmy these other pieces in. So in other words, we're only going to tackle the two color pieces. So right now, the ones that are just a single piece, like these greens, we're not going to be able to, maneuver effectively, or at least initially. So let's just try to do this. So I see that there's this yellow red. I'm ignoring this one, but let's look at like the inner triangle right now, and then we'll focus on the outer one. So now that yellow, oh, actually that fixed that one as well. And that fixed that one, wow. So we're not gonna encounter parity on this layer, but we might do it on the outer layer where the corner would be rotated relative to these three. And we might see it here. So this one's gonna go here, and when I move it over, there's gonna be a yellow-green on the top. So I'll put the yellow-green on the top over here. I'll move this over. Now these greens are connected. And then when I move it back, wow, okay, there is no parity. Let me actually do parity here just to, show you guys how to do it. All right, so this is what parity looks like when everything else here is solved. So let's look at this corner. We have the red, green, and yellow. These two are green, these two are red, these are yellow, and they line up with the corner. However, over here, we have these three that don't line up with the corner. And so the way I approach this, I just choose two to sacrifice for now. And I sort of just jumble them up over here until when I can finally get them back into their solved state, it would have done something over here. And so I approach it like this. So I break it up. So now these greens will go away. I'll have this one over there. Then I'll have that one. I'll move it up over here. This one will move down over here. This one will move over here. Now wait, when I bring this one over there, these two will now line up. And I can now bring this back. And notice that doesn't look like it did anything, but actually it cycled these in the wrong direction. I sort of did it the same way backwards, but it's fine. If I do it again, now these will cycle once more. So I'll break this apart, move this over, move this up here, move this down here, move this over here. Now when I move this over, I can move this up. These are paired up. I'll move this over, and when I bring this back down, now they're all lined up. So what I like to do next is solve for these tiny squares. So if you'd imagine, like, if this was like a middle square, I'd want these corners to match up in like these areas. So for example, since these two are red, this one had to be a red. These two are also red, this one has to be a red as well. And so I would do a very similar 3 cycle to what I did over here, but I'd have to choose carefully which 3 I cycle. So, and what's cool about is that this yellow will never end up over here, right? If I just gave this a turn, it would end up in this spot, or this spot, or that spot. And so it can only ever be in 3 different spots, so I don't have to worry about this one going here. So this one is right. Let's see. This one is wrong. And yeah, let's actually do the blues over here because these ones are also good. So if I bring this one up here, I would bring this one there. So I would cycle, what would I cycle? I would cycle this yellow, this blue, and this red. And that's fine. Because actually this red belongs here, this yellow belongs here, this blue belongs here. So it's up, that's up, that's down, over, down. Yep, so that blue is in, that yellow, or that red is in, that yellow is in. Now I can do the same thing over here. So I notice this blue, and yeah, if I'll bring that red one up here, and this yellow will come down here, this blue will come down here. So I'll have to, yeah, I don't want to just do it backwards because I don't want to risk messing it up. Actually, no, this won't mess it up. Oh yeah, this will mess it up. But so instead I'll just do the 3 cycle 2 times, which is the same thing as doing the cycle backwards 1 time. So again, up, up, down, down. Alright, so that blue's in place, and now all of these are solved. And now I can come over here and see what's missing. So this green, this needs to be yellow, this needs to be green, so I just need to swap these two. But you can't do a 2 swap, so we're screwed and I have to give up. I'm kidding, of course. So what I would do is I would just do a 3 cycle with a green coming down here, a yellow coming into this space, and then I'd need another yellow up here, so I'd have to exchange this with another yellow. So yeah, so let's bring this green one into that spot. It's funny, I haven't touched this puzzle in forever, and so when I initially recorded this, I was just stuck on this part forever. So yeah, now we just need to do the 3 cycle again. I found it really hard to just manipulate those pieces. Like, I thought I had to do like everything at once, but no. Alright, cool. So now we have all of these big chunks, and now we need to do these areas. So what I like to do is, well, first of all, let's re-center these. And so now I know we're going to do the little center thing where it's going to swap all of these with all of these and this with this. It doesn't matter if anything here happens because we were treating these as like the edges and they're supposed to be messed up. But over here, so I'm going to be rotating this, and I need something else to rotate because if I rotate this yellow and this green will separate, and I don't want that to happen. Or actually, if I rotate this, yeah, this yellow and this green. However, this white and this white, since they're both white, it doesn't really matter. So I'll have them both like this, and now I can rotate these around, and we can do that one commutator. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Now let's undo that first move. So yeah, look at that. These are now in, they're paired up. This one is broken because it has 2 colors, like this little square. This one is broken because it has 2 little colors, and this one is broken. So or actually, this one doesn't matter. This one's an edge. We're just looking for the ones over here. So it's actually just these 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have these swap, and then once that's done, I'm going to, so I'll have these swap. Yeah, it's better to just like do it now, or like do it in some other way, and I don't have to think about it. Issue is I would like these. So this is what I'm thinking. Since these and these need to swap, this blue is going to swap with this green. And so I just need I need these corners next to them to be on the same side. And so I thought to just put them up here on the yellow. But now that I'm looking at this, I can move this over and I can have these ones swap. I'll fix it later, but so long as they don't get separated, I can swap this big chunk around, and I can switch this big chunk around. So that way, the orange headlights next to them, they just have to swap. Or like, they'll swap and it won't change much of the puzzle. So I'll do this and this. So I'll do the commutator, but with a longer side now. So down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up. And now they're both over here. Now I can do the rotation with these and these. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up. Yeah, and I'm just saying this to myself because I don't want to lose track of anything. So, yeah, those are paired up. And now I could just, focus on getting these in the right spot. So. Start by switching these, and I'll switch these as well so that this orange will come in here and these ones will go in the right spot. So now you're gonna hear me say down, down, up, up a bunch. So that's good. So now I just need to swap these, and I can swap this as well because orange with orange doesn't really do anything. So that's good, that's good, that's good. So these two need to swap. And I think I'm going to use this yellow one as a buffer. That way, when these swap, this will be solved, this will be unsolved. And then I can swap these. So this one will be green, and then it'll just be a green and yellow swap. And we know how to do that. So again, I'll swap these orange with these ones. And I choose to have them adjacent to each other because that's what the algorithm does. If none of them were adjacent, I would do an initial setup move. So that way, I would have adjacent of these guys to flip, and then when I do it, like when I do the flipping algorithm, I can just undo this. And so let's swap these and these. All right. And now, as I said, we just need to swap these. So I'll swap these again. All right. So now we have all the centers done, which did not take that long on this thing. We're at 24 minutes, and we only did the centers. But now we can do the edges, my favorite part. So I see this is a big blue edge, so I just need other blue edges to pair with it. So that's one. Don't fall apart, please. That's the blue edge done. Now I need green. It's actually green right there. All right. So I managed to get some of the white in, so. So now we have 3 edges done. It's an orange. So now it's just the yellow and red. So I can do this. Undo that. This is rotated. How did that happen? All right. And now we just have these last 2 edges, or these last 2 pieces to fix the edges. So now that one's in place. I can flip this center. I'm using center, edge, corner, just interchangeably, like pieces are pieces. All right, now it's just an oblong skewb, and we know how to solve one of those. All right, that one's in the wrong place. All right, so that's that. I could just say thanks for watching right now, but it's cheating. Now it's just a 3 cycle, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, and finally 1 big slice. All right. That is that's the 7-layer Skewb at exactly 29 minutes. I think that's when I made the final turn. All right. Yeah, thanks for watching.